Tommy Lloyd at Arizona cannot coach.
No.
He is awful. And he brings in so much talent at Arizona. I mean, look at last year's team, look at this year's team. And that was my biggest takeaway coming into the tournament. I'm like, if they win the whole thing, I'm broke. I'm a broke human being because I don't trust them for a second. He does nothing on the sidelines whatsoever. They have 7-foot giants down low against an Ivy League team, and they do nothing at all. And I don't know what he's doing over on the sidelines, but I don't think he's worse. And look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Virginia's got to get rid of Tony Bennett because I don't think they're ever going to do any better than him. He's a really good regular season coach, but look at the flops now, over and over and over again in the tournament.
Yep.
If it wasn't for the redemption team of 2019 that came back after they lost as a 1 seed, only team ever to win it the following year, I don't even know if he would have a job at that point.
Yeah, it's the craziest 5-year run in tournament history. I mean, you lose to a 16, you come back and win the title, then you lose a 4 against a 13, you miss the tournament, and you lose a 4 to a 13 again,
yep.
And you blow a 12-point lead against a SoCon team. I mean, the miracle, we'll probably look back and say the miracle was the guy who won playing that style of basketball.
But yeah, probably.
Which could have happened. So, but then the whole Clark situation. What are you doing, man?
Boy, Paul.
You have a timeout, number one. So you can maybe blame Bennett, but certainly Clark as well. You still have a timeout. But then when you're pinned there in the corner, you either can wait because they're going to foul you, or you just throw it off someone's leg.
Mm-hmm.
And he does the sky hook from that. And as Barkley said, and he's done it before, in that situation, if you're going to do that, just throw it up in the air as high as you can.
Yes.
Don't, because he barely got it to half court.
That's right.
And then for the kid, there's still 5 seconds left. But for the kid from Furman to shoot it right away from the parking lot.
I loved it. He's
and he
wide
nails
open.
It.
Please take that shot.
But that is a huge meltdown. They missed their free throws. They turn the ball over. They're up 12. You keep the dog in the game. The building's up for grabs and the horrible mistake, and voila, there you go.
Yep.
Incredible.
And every sportsbook, ballroom area in Las Vegas and beyond went nuts because I think the entire country was on Furman yesterday to win that game.
That's right.
Or to at least cover the number.
Yeah. As bad as the run's been for Virginia, Arizona says, hold my beer.
Yep.
Because now they become the first team to lose to 15 twice. It's the 5th time they've lost to a 13 seed or worse. That's a record. And to lose to an Ivy League team like that when you have 2 7-footers and it's how they lost. Okay, no adjustments. Lloyd was awful. Can you run something? The guards were hideous, but you have a 49-39 lead with 11 minutes left. They scored 6 points the rest of the game.
That's right.
That's it. That cannot happen.
No, you're one of the best offensive teams in college basketball.
Right. And then it's 55-50 with 4 minutes left. You don't score the rest of the game. Impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot happen. You're a 2 seed. You're playing an Ivy League team. They didn't even win their league. They were the 2 seed. We mentioned those numbers yesterday. They played 1 quad 1 and lost by 22. 18-4, they were outscored in the last 8 minutes. And it just no adjustments. Yep. Can you draw something up for the big guys? Watching the game at time.
Impossible.
You know, the big guy missed 2 front ends, which they left 4 points on the board, which came back to bite them. Princeton was plus 470 in play when it was a 1-point game late. I mean, it's just crazy, right? But that's an abomination. So as much as we love the madness and, we're going to lose bets, it happens. But that cannot happen. And I just got to, for all the people, this is great. I love Princeton. It's more of that cannot happen. I like the West Coast. I'm rooting for the Pac-12. You cannot lose that game. That left a bad taste in my mouth. And it's I don't want to give Princeton that much credit. They didn't really do much. It was just Arizona can't score in a half court against an Ivy League team.
Some of this stuff is so unpredictable.
Visit VSiN.com to get current odds, listen for free, find showtimes, and download VSiN sports betting podcasts.